Hello everyone, this is Umar back with another video, and today's video is all about picking the right domain name for your website. So this is one of the most important thing that you do, and I think you should really spend some time in brainstorming the right domain name, but you shouldn't really spend a lot of time doing it since there are a lot of other things to do as well when building a website. So first things first, why not exact match domains? Since let's suppose you have a website called bestbrazersformen.com, right? So the buyer of the website in future, if you are flipping the website, this these kind of domain name just cap your growth, right? You just can't expand these kind of domains into a brand or a big website covering all of the topics, since you are really targeting the exact keyword in the domain, right? And if you just reach out to other websites, it looks spammy. It's not a brand website, so it's a typical niche website or a typical affiliate website. They just assume it right away, even if you have the world's great content on your website. It just looks spammy, right? So it works in local businesses, but I would never recommend it for niche website or authority websites. So here are my tips for picking your domain name. First things first, use .com. Since customers naturally assume that your website is businessname.com, right? The recent example is the Threads app by Meta. Their real domain name is threads.net, but we have another domain name called threads.com. Threads.com is entirely different brand. They have nothing to do with social media as well. So that's why I always recommend choosing .com for your brand. And if it's not available, then .org. And if .org is not available, then .net. So next thing, there is an exception when choosing the .com domain name. Let's suppose you are targeting a specific country. Let's suppose UK. You can choose .uk cctld, right? Right away. And if you are targeting Canadian people, you can choose .ca. So it's country specific. If you are a country specific business, or if you have a website that is serving the specific region, let's say in foreign SEO, we buy CCTLDs rather than .com domains. And the next thing, I haven't tested a .org domain, but here's a case study from my friend Nimanja. He's co-founder of sleep.org, sleepadvisor.org. It's a website in sleep improvement niche. So they say that if you have .org domain, the journalist or the webmaster, assume that you are an organization and there are people behind, working behind this website. I'm not strictly saying that you do it for just to dodge them. This is just a thing that they perceive you as an organization when you have .org domain as compared to .com domain. But again, it's totally up to you what you chose. But I would highly recommend choosing .com every single time. So next thing is go brandable. I explained it earlier when explaining my point about brandability. You should not choose a generic domain as well as keyword centric domain. You should go brandable and something that's really relatable to your target audience as well as your niche. So the third point is avoid double letters. For example, you have a website called the Berries Shop, right? Now you don't know Berries Shop, there is a single S or there is double S. So it causes confusion, and it's really difficult to pronounce as well. So you should avoid double letters in your domain name. Next up, we have avoid hyphens and numbers. This is just because in this era, we have a lot of information to process. So people just can't really remember where the hyphen was in the domain name or what was the number in that domain name, right? So if while choosing the domain name, you should really avoid hyphens and numbers. And why I called it spammy, you can check out the expired domain on Spamzilla, and you can see most of these spammy domain names have the hyphens and numbers in them. So straight away, it looks really spammy having the hyphens or numbers in your domain name. But again, it's your personal preference, but I would never recommend doing so. Next up, you should stay away from trademark domain names or trademark business names in general. You can check out them using these two websites. I will link them in description, or you can just search for trademark infringement. Check trademark infringement online, and you can find a lot of other tools. But these are official website to check out the domain names. The trademark names. So the next step is to brainstorm your domain names. Here are the best example that I have got, babycenter.com. So you can see that it's a center for everything related to babies. You can check out this website, and their target audience are parents, not the babies themselves. So the point is, they have this domain name babycenter.com so that it perceives that whenever you need anything related to babies, we are the center, we are the hub for that, right? And the second thing is Investopedia. It's a combination of invest and encyclopedia, a clever combination, by the way. So you can use tools like lean domain search, Shopify name generator, and if you are using leandomainsearch.com, after entering a broad word, not the keyword, broad word related to your niche, you should choose the sort results by alphabetical, and this search term filter should start with the term. So you can see all of the suggestions are now starting with men, right? So in my early days, I used this website a lot, and you can use Shopify business name generator as well. Right now, I use ChatGPT to find the suggestions. You can see the prompt here. I will give this prompt to you in the description. So you can see I gave the example of men's grooming niche, and I talked about what I will be covering, like shaving, skincare, beard, hair caring, and styling. And it gave me a lot of really good domain name ideas. And the beauty of it is you can just regenerate the names every single time, right? And if it will give you another list of unique domain names. So I would not recommend choosing a domain name that is having the product in it, like we saw regalrazor.com. It's difficult to pronounce as well. But again, you can use the bulk domain search or the bulk domain checker, and it will, let you know if the domain is available or not. And you can just click regenerate response and check those domains as well. So next up is my thoughts on considering age domains. I haven't personally tested age domains for my niche websites. A lot of SEOs do, but yeah, you can. They can just benefit from a link building perspective. When picking an age domain, after checking for backlinks, just make sure it's relevant to your niche, or at least the shoulder niches. What do I mean by shoulder niche is, let's say you have a website in photography niche and you found a really good expired domain in vlogging niche. Just go for it, since it's these two niches are highly relevant. Or you can say filmmaking niche that is related to photography. So there are a lot of tools like Spamzilla. You can use it to find the expired domains, but I would recommend you using the marketplaces as well. And these two marketplaces are highly recommended by me, Audivis Global and Names. And the last marketplace is SEO.domains. This is by my friend Kalin. And these three marketplaces are really good to get you started with the expired domains, only if you are interested. So go for the relevance and choose a domain name that is brandable as well, and that sounds really good. Not just because you have got really good backlinks, you are gonna get that. So consider other elements. So the bottom line is, a brandable domain name attracts the audience and retains its essence even if the site changes its ownership. What do I mean by this is basically when you flip the website, the ownership changes. So if you have, let's suppose, your name in the website, your name in the domain name, it really caps the growth. And when the ownership changes, people have the association with that brand name, right? So just take your time for brainstorming. It's really fun to do, at least for me. And our next video will be around keyword research, and we will do the live keyword research as well, and we will see the examples. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate to ask. And if you have any feedback about the videos, do let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye bye.